Welcome to self-isolation vlog number 6. Can you believe it? Number 6. And that's not even counting the Myrtle Beach one we did. Plus also, we were working from home at least a week before I started vlogging. The experience has been surreal. Grateful to work from home as always, but it's definitely a strange time. If you're new here, I'm Carmen. My better half is Brian, who is not here right now. He had to run an errand this morning, and yes, he is staying safe while doing so. But today is the day that we would have been going to Walt Disney World for the Flower and Garden Festival for a full week. We would have been staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge with a Savannah view. So I can't even tell you, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. And I think Brian's even sadder than I am. He was really, really looking forward to it this year. And so in honor of it, I am wearing, I will put a picture so you can see the whole thing, my Flower and Garden t-shirt today. I moved one of our Flower and Garden magnets up here with the cruise magnets. And I'll probably be doing slightly Disney things throughout the week just to sort of feel like we're, you know, celebrating even though we're not there and Walt Disney World is still closed due to the pandemic. And right now they're closed, I think, through May 23rd, according to their official hours. They're not taking reservations until June 1st. So yeah, strange times, and we are gonna miss Disney for sure. And I don't know when we'll go back because of safety. You know, I know they're going to open at some point, but we're probably not going to rush the gates as soon as they open. I'm not sure at what point we will go back, but I'm sure we will go back. It's just a matter of time. If you're new here, welcome. We've had a whole series of these at home vlogs, and I will link to that playlist below. We've also had a series of Myrtle Beach during the pandemic. Those are in our regular Myrtle Beach playlist. I will link that below as well if you're interested. And thank you so much for stopping by. If you like these type of videos and you enjoy travel videos too in Myrtle Beach, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss anything new. And after all of that intro, I just realized that it's week 7 because I haven't edited week 6 yet, which I'm going to do today. There's always this little lag. So I looked and I saw, oh, I just did 5. But I forgot about the one I've got to edit today. So it's actually the 7th, not counting the Myrtle Beach one. In other news, here's Brian's Flower and Garden t-shirt he's wearing today. How many of you remember when Disney would send you these paper maps for your trip? I can't remember what year they stopped doing this, and I don't see a date on it, but this is pretty neat. So this is Magic Kingdom. Pretty cool. And Brian was cleaning out a drawer and found these. He's much better at keeping things than I am. I'm better now, but I used to just get rid of things and not save them. So I'm so grateful that he saved this. This definitely dates them MGM Studios. So this was probably from our first trip because I did not go until I was older for my first time. Brian went when he was a teenager, but I never did. So I bet this was from our first trip. It's pretty neat. And it's after Animal Kingdom was open. So yeah, we have a little window of time when these were sent out. After Animal Kingdom, but before MGM's name was changed to Hollywood Studios. And last but not least, Epcot, which is where we would have been for Flower and Garden today. Got my Flower and Garden magic band on. I'll show you the whole thing. And this is sad today. It is. It's the first time, you know, anything's ever happened like this to cancel a Disney trip, which I guess we should consider ourselves lucky in that regard, but it's a bummer. Here's what the other side looks like, which is actually what caused me to purchase it. I love Figment, as you know, and the monorail was really cool as well. Also, Lord of the Rings Online is having yet another special event. Sorry for this distortion, that's my monitor on the film. But this is their anniversary event, and yes, that is my pig pulling a cart with the fireworks. And you hit people with a club while they're trying to drink beer, and you also try to drink beer. It's funny how many other festivals have drinking themed events, but this one does. Brian has had a very busy morning. He blew the driveway off, then power washed the driveway, power washed the garage door, power washed the sidewalk and the front porch, and also did some details like toothbrush scrubbing of the front porch. It looks so good, and he edged the driveway as well. Beautiful job, Brian. And a close-up of my rose bushes. I know I show them every week, but I'm so proud of them this year. And since we should be at Flower and Garden today, here's a little flower and a little garden, I guess. My little rose garden. Brian has requested the fried cod that I've been making each weekend, so you know it must be good. And he's tempted me to try it too. I can't have spicy food, and so I'm going to make it for myself without the heat and then add the heat for his, so should be tasty. So here's the gluten-free fried fish. Made a little cold slaw and some tots. I don't know how it'll actually look in the recording, but it's so bright out. My hair looks kind of white right now. It's like really, really bright, but great full sun. It's about 2. I almost missed this window of opportunity. I just finished editing last week's vlog. I thought it would be a fast one, and somehow it's taken all this time. But I always think of things I want to add, like pictures I want to add, or special effects I want to add, or I want to change the lighting, or I want to enhance the color. It just always takes longer than I expect, but I really enjoy the creative process. That's one of the things I love about it, and it's really cool. Hopefully I'll have this in a few weeks. I really can't give you a timetable, and if it looks too bad, I may not have it at all. I may just include it in one of these vlogs, just a little bit of it. But Brian found some footage from our Germany trip. Well, Europe. We went to Germany, Switzerland, and France. We were staying with friends in Germany, but we did some car trips to other countries from 2008, I think, for some camcorder footage he took. It's terrible footage, I'll tell you right now. The resolution and everything is not good. There's no telling what kind of camera it was, because it's funny, neither he nor I remember him videoing. We remember taking pictures. We did not remember that he took video at all. So he was cleaning out a drawer. That's where he found the Disney maps. He found this footage as well. And so I'm going to do what I can with it. I would love to have a video on YouTube, if nothing else, just for myself. I mean, it doesn't have to be for views on YouTube. I just like to preserve it with our videos and have it online so, you know, other people can see it too. But I'll have to see what shape it's in. And there's no audio, so I would have to do a voiceover, but I can do that. I'll just have to look up. I don't remember a lot of the stuff we saw. It's been so many years. I'm sorry I'm moving around. There's a bug nibbling on my ankles. I guess I should go on the screen porch, but there's no sun in there. But anyway, it's pretty cool that he found it. It's like walking down. He even did a full tour of her friend's house. Like, we were laughing about that. She doesn't live there anymore, but it's just funny, I guess, because it was pretty cool. It was a very modern, unique house that she was renting, and so that's probably why he filmed it. Got film of her dog, her cat. So it was really cool walking down memory lane, but at least for the stuff where we're out in Germany and France and Switzerland, whatever he got of that, I haven't had time to look at it. I just saw glimpses on his computer. I will try to put something together, probably not until after the cruise videos though, so that's when I don't know when I'll get to edit it. But it's pretty cool. It's really neat. I guess that's one good thing about us cleaning out. We've been cleaning out drawers in the house and stuff, so we're finding some treasures, at least for us. It's funny, it was actually getting too hot out there. I can't believe it. It's finally warming up. And tomorrow I think it's gonna be 85, but it's still not humid, so it feels so good. And in here in the shade in the screen porch, it's not hot at all, but the pollen count today is high. Or actually, I think it might be very high today. I'm just excited to get to the point where I can bring all the cushions out and just leave them out here and not bringing them back and forth every time we want to sit out here. There's a bluebird on the feeder, and that's its baby right there making noise. You can tell because it's a little fluffy and the color is dull. But you got the bluebird on the water and the little baby there. So neat. I wanted to see if he would feed the baby. Sometimes they do. Let's see. Oh, another baby. Look, it's got its mouth open. Oh, now there's 3. It's interesting that the male is feeding them instead of the female. Oh, and there he goes. The babies haven't caught on yet. Dad's gone, guys. There they go. Uh-oh, we got a slow one here. Better go, guy. Better catch up with Dad. Aww. It is Sunday morning, and today's themed Disney t-shirt, because this would be day 2 of our flower and garden trip, is Figment with Spaceship Earth. It is a Food and Wine t-shirt, but it's got Spaceship Earth and it's Spaceship Earth Sunday, so figured that was appropriate for today. Now I'm gonna make some paleo pancakes from a mix. It's Birch Benders. I've had it before. It's not my favorite, to be honest, but Costco had it when I was there, and it's easy. You just add water, and it is gluten-free, and usually by the time you put, you know, some maple syrup on it, it's fine. It's acceptable. I wouldn't say it's like regular pancakes, but it's acceptable. What I will say is they have a really cute, what do you call it, marketing on the cover. I love the caveman approved pancakes, and they got the little caveman over there. That kind of cracks me up. All right, sorry, vlog fail. I made the pancakes and we ate the pancakes. That tells you how good they were, and I didn't film them. They turned out beautifully. I added some cinnamon and some vanilla to try to mask what I find to be a slightly different flavor. It's not a nasty flavor or anything like that. It just doesn't taste quite like a normal pancake. And I think that worked. Brian actually loved them, and I think that's his first time he's ever had them. And I thought they were good. I mean, they're definitely easier than the other gluten-free ones I've been making from scratch. Ways, you just add water. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. All right, it's that sad time. This is always so hard to do, but we can totally rework these again. I think it would be fun.
I'm curious to see if it stays together if you lift it up, because I think that's their claim to fame.
Wow.
That's pretty,
all right, that's impressive.
That's a good puzzle right there.
So these would be pretty easy to frame for that reason too, if you're someone who would like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good that it stays connected like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, time to tear it down.
Ah.
So sad. But I totally could see us redoing these.
Yeah.
Like a year from now, we won't remember what went where. I mean, I can't remember from last week what I did. So we are going to have lunch out on the screen porch. We're having shrimp and slaw today. Yum. The sound on our TV at Myrtle Beach is failing. You can turn it off and on to fix it, but that's starting to get annoying because you have to actually stand up and turn it off and on. So Brian finally ordered a new TV and got a really good deal on a 4K. It's probably an off-brand, but still, it was a pretty cheap TV. But what's funny is it came with this. It came with a Google Mini, and so we thought this was funny. Back to our showing something Disney every day while we would be at Disney World. Hey Google, let's read along with Frozen 2, and it's got a golden book of Frozen 2. I remember these books from my childhood, not this one of course, but the golden books. So funny. It's another bluebird feeding. So cute. We are going to continue the Lord of the Rings saga today. It is Monday morning, so the work week at home is beginning. And this morning we did an early walk. We found it was really weird at the beginning of this. There weren't that many people out in the neighborhood, even at lunch walking. Now there's tons of people out at lunch walking. I don't know if it's because the weather's getting better or if people are getting more stir crazy, but we're starting to feel like it's not safe at that time. So we decided to do it super early this morning. So we've already done our walk, and it's kind of nice having it done, but now I've got to make myself go stand outside at lunch and get some sun there because I need that vitamin D. Some really, really great news came out today. Stephanie Meyer finally is finished Midnight Sun, which is part of the Twilight series. This is something I've had forever in our office up here. I've been showing my computer, which is in the opposite diagonal direction from this, but this is also in our office. And if you don't already know this about me, I'm a huge Twilight fan. I always have been. I loved the books. I enjoyed the movies. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. I just liked seeing the books that I love so much brought to the screen. Would I have picked some different actors for certain people? Probably. Won't get into that. But I still enjoyed seeing it brought to the big screen. This is great, great news. She's finally finishing Midnight Sun. If you're not aware, that's the Twilight book from Edward's perspective. And she had written, I think, 13 chapters. It's been so long, I can't remember. And it leaked. and she was understandably upset, so she never finished it. And she even published what leaked on her website so you could read it without feeling guilty about it because it was circulating, you know, illegally. And so I did read it on her website way back. It's been years. And I thought about rereading it recently because I kept hearing these rumors that this might happen. But since the full version is coming out August 4th this year, I wish it was sooner, but it is what it is. I will wait. I'm just going to wait and read the entire thing at one time instead of starting with what's out there now and then picking it up again. So excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm actually going to pop up a few photo ops I got at some of the Twilight conventions, so if you are a fan of Twilight, you might enjoy these. And it's funny, I was going through the photos and I realized I didn't upload all of the digital ones. It looks like I uploaded them all from the first convention I went to, but I went to a total of 3, and I know I at least got some other photo ops with different people at the second Twilight convention that I went to. These were like way back. This is like 2008, 9, and 10, I think. It's been a while. So they've got a little age to them, but we had the best time. Brian went with me to the first one. His mom and sister went with, and him went with me to the second one, and then I think Brian and I went to the third one, or I may have those somewhat out of order, but in any case, it's been a fun family thing to do. We all enjoyed the books. I mean, Brian has never read the books. He's seen most of the movies. I think he sleeps through part of them. It's not necessarily his cup of tea, but he's been great supporting a fandom that I like, even though it may not be his first choice. Here's my Twilight book collection. I actually also have these digitally, and I also have them on audiobook. Although I'll be honest, I don't like the audiobook of this series. The person who read it, the voice just doesn't work for me. It just does not. No offense to her, just not my cup of tea. But Brian bought me these collector edition set, one at a time, for various gifts like Christmas, birthdays, whenever they came out. And then there's my old original ones, and you can see how beat up poor Twilight is. And it's funny, I picked up Twilight on a fluke in an airport. People kept telling me, you should read this, you should read this. And I picked it up in the airport because I needed something to read and just completely fell in love with it. I thought since this young adult, I didn't know if I would like it, and ended up loving it. I'm going to eat lunch out on our screen porch. It's gorgeous today. It's in the 80s. I mean, I don't think it's that warm yet, but it's going to be in the 80s. And it is just amazing feeling out here. That's one thing I love about the screen porch. Even when it's really hot outside, it usually feels pretty good up here because we're up in the trees, so to speak, because we're way off the ground. We're like 2 stories off the ground. Plus we have this fan if we need to turn it on. Don't need it today though. There's a wonderful breeze. But I brought my little lunch out. I've got oranges, and then I've just started leaving my salad in the mixing bowl that I mix the dressing in just to not dirty another bowl. May not be as pretty, but it works. And you just can't beat this. And I get to watch the birds on the feeder. It's just perfect. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier today. I don't think I did. Today's May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you. It'll be in the past, and then tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, so a couple of things back to back. I'll throw up a few of our favorite Star Wars pictures from Walt Disney World here, and we can all pretend we're there since this would be day 3 of our vacation if we were there. So I'll put a few of those up. I've got some fun ones. I've got one where it's with BB-8, and it's our friend Alana is with us, and I'm up on a platform, but I'm still way shorter than everybody. My friend Alana is pretty tall. I'm actually not sure how tall, but she's way taller than I am, and Brian, of course, is tall. I've got a funny one with Chewie making fun of Brian's short beard. That one's really cute. And then I've got a good one. Of course, there's a lot of people in the background because it's packed. Star Wars Land's packed all the time, but a good one of Brian and I in front of the Millennium Falcon. It's funny, our selfies actually have fewer people in the background because you can get pretty close and take a selfie. But where they do the PhotoPass photos, you're going to have a ton of people in the background. So we did both because we had an annual pass, so the PhotoPass photo was free, but that's something to keep in mind. Taking your own selfie in front of the Millennium Falcon may yield better results. I'll put one in that we took as a selfie as well so you can see the difference. It is Tuesday morning. It's a rainy day and we lost our beautiful weather. I know we need the rain, but and it's good for the pollen, but it was in the 80s and now it's in the 60s today, and I think it's gonna be in the high 60s the rest of the week, so we lost that nice warm weather. And I saw one night it's gonna get down to 35 right before Mother's Day, which is super unusual here because we usually don't get anywhere close to freezing this close to Mother's Day. So it's been kind of a cool spring, but pleasant. So I'll show you today's Disney t-shirt celebrating the trip that would have been. I should have worn this yesterday for May the 4th, but I didn't think to do it. So I've got my Rogue One t-shirt on today. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and so we are both celebrating by eating a Mexican-inspired dinner. I'm actually prepping for a Chipotle style bowl. I already have the ground beef pre-cooked and frozen. It's got cumin, garlic, onion. Actually, it's ground bison. And then I sort of just create the salad. All these ingredients go in. Cilantro, of course. And then I love these holy guacamole individually wrapped guacs. It's a perfect amount. It's like a single serving size. And then I also grated some grass-fed cheese. Brian is going slightly more traditional with the taco, but untraditional with the filling because he has some vegetarian taco meat made up to eat. I'm a big fan of these Siete tortilla chips. They are actually corn and grain free, but they taste really, really good, and I prefer the lime flavor over the original. They're really, really tasty. There's Brian's assembled tacos, and he's gonna put some hot sauce on. Here's my fully assembled taco bowl. Obviously no taco shell, that's why I eat the Siete chips with it, but this is so yummy. It's one of my favorite things. It is Wednesday. We've had a busy morning already. We've walked, Brian's run. I've done yoga and cleaned some. It's funny, we're still kind of keeping our same schedule, so we're getting up really early, but since we don't have to commute, I'm not going to the gym, we have extra time in the morning, which is nice. So we get kind of all the things we don't want to do done early. Not that I hate exercising, but you know, it's something I need to do, so we get all those things knocked out. The cleaning I definitely don't enjoy, and get that stuff done. But now it's time for work. Today's Disney t-shirt in honor of the trip that is not, is my Epcot anniversary t-shirt from the 35th anniversary of Epcot. We were there on the birthday on October 1st in 2017. It was a little bonus trip we took because our previous trip got cut short from Irma. I'm pretty sure I've got this right. If I've got the wrong year, sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's the year our trip got cut short in September for some reason. It may not have been Irma, it may have been some other reason. And so we came back in October, and we really didn't plan it around Epcot's anniversary. That just happened to happen at the same time, which was awesome because we had been there for Epcot's anniversary at the 30th and the 25th. So we hit it, and I mean, that's again without really planning it that way, so that was kind of cool. I'll try to put, if I can find them, some pictures. We found some really old pictures, I think from the 25th anniversary, where they did this big dedication at the Fountain of Nations, which is no more, and poured, you know, they originally poured water from all these different countries in there. Well, they had people, representatives from those countries, come back and hold up signs and stuff, and it was a big to-do. So I'll try to find, I think we have a picture of that. I'll put that up here. But anyway, that's today's shirt. And I realize it's not a flower and garden, but I'm out of flower and garden shirts. I'll probably have a food and wine on at some point. But it does have Figment. I do have a lot of Figment shirts. That's definitely a theme. Good morning. It is Friday morning. I did not get back on yesterday. I got on in the morning, but I don't even think I'm going to include that clip. We'll see, because it didn't really say much. And I will show you the shirt I had on yesterday for my Disney Everyday during Flower and Garden. I did have that. But we literally did nothing except work yesterday. There was nothing to put on the video. Brian did go to the grocery store at lunch, and so that eats up a lot of our extra time to do other things too, because of course we have to wipe everything down and all that good stuff. You know how it is. But anyway, today's Friday. Yay! Friday is always a good day. And I can't remember if I mentioned, I think I did, we are going to the beach on Sunday. We're going to stay for a full week, Sunday to Sunday, because we can work from there as easy as we can work from here. So I'm excited about that. It's just nice to have a change. Even though we're going to be inside most of the time and social distancing, it's nice to have a change. I'm also curious to see what it looks like. We'll definitely do some driving around. I don't know how much out and about I'm gonna do there, because I have seen it looks like there's quite a few people out on the beach. So I don't know how much of that we'll do unless we go early morning before people get out. Might do that, because now it's getting early. I mean, light, super early, like 6, it's daylight now, so I could go out before I start work. We'll see, we'll play it by ear. Looking forward to that there. It has been a day. It feels so weird saying that while working from home, but I was given some work to do this morning that had to be done today, and it was a lot of work. And so I have actually been swamped. I did manage to cook that burger at lunch. That's the only thing I've done all day, and I'm so tired now that I am just going to relax. Tomorrow morning we are going to see our mothers from a distance and wave at them for Mother's Day, and I never did get to pack for the beach, and I'm not going to do it now. I'm too tired. So that will happen tomorrow as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I need to edit this tomorrow to get this out for you guys Sunday. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.